Hey everyone, I'm back. I'm here. I'm not supposed to be. I'm supposed to be off till January. I feel like how Kiss must have felt on all 55 of their farewell tours. Jesus Christ. Let me ask you guys a question. Seen anything stupid on the news lately? Anyway, hey Mike, yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales. Fun movie. I got all four of them. Great, great to sit down and have some fun with. Now let me get a little sippage here and my obligatory trademark sound. I love that sound. Coke Zero, Pepsi Black, Pepsi Zero, some kind of soda. I'm not for sure exactly. I don't normally drink this crap. I drink Diet Pepsi usually, that or Mountain Dew. But anyway, come talk to me, Pepsi. We can do something. Okay, got that out of the way. Uh, this impeachment thing, I've been trying to stay away from it on here because I don't want my voice lost uh, amongst everybody else's since everybody was doing, things on the impeachment and saying how this is a fact, that's a fact, the other's a fact, and turns out later on it's not. I wanted to wait until Thursday, last Thursday, before I did anything with this, and evidently Thursday happened. I didn't expect it to happen until next month, but it happened last week instead. This is the first time I've had a chance to get in front of a camera. Wow, I hate this time of year. It's busy. Now, the thing about the abuse of power against Trump, one of the articles of impeachment is abuse of power. Um, what did he do to abuse his power? I've asked five people who were Hillary voters, and they all said five different things. I had to do some research and find out exactly what it is. It's pretty nebulous what they're doing. Uh, Somehow it's all in agreement that he refused to turn over records at White House this, White House that over to the Senate when they wanted to see it. And that's one of the things you're getting them for is abuse of power. I want to give you guys a civics lesson. Okay? Gosh damn, I hate Windows. Let's give you a physics lesson here. The president is the head of the judicial branch. Okay. Senate, all of them, the others, they're the executive and the legislative. Now, the thing is that he was fully within his right to withhold information like that because, one, the judicial branch is over the executive and legislative branches. They have a bit more power. And according to law, this is the law, and I got this verified. Let me get readjusted here, this damn chair. I spoke to a law professor at UGA. Spoke to him on the phone. I want to thank my two contacts to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I want to thank you guys for setting up the telephone call and making the appointment for me. You guys are wonderful. I owe you guys. If I go anywhere, you're going with me. Trump was well within his rights to not comply with a lot of this. He could walk away from it at any request from any request. Just a request. That's all it was a request he turned down. He refused to comply with. Now, something that the Senate didn't do, they should have done, which makes the abuse of power kind of bullshit. The only way you can force a president to do anything that the Senate wanted him to do, other than die, is by court order. They would not get a court order to do that for Trump to get Trump to do anything. They made a request. He said no. They threw their hands up in the air, danced around screaming, and threw a little shit fit like a 5-year-old. So honestly, the abuse of power is gone. It can't be used. That is the law here. Now, the entire process of the impeachment itself is an exercise in partisanship. It has been from day one. Because I remember, as soon as he was elected, Maxine Waters was out crowing, impeach 45. I don't trust him. I don't like him. Just because you don't like a president doesn't mean you get rid of him. That's not a high crime and misdemeanor. Okay, it's not bribery and it's not treason. It's not a crime for a president to not be liked by somebody. There was a lot of people who hated Obama, but did he get impeached? No. Nope. He sure didn't. But just because the left doesn't like Trump, they want to go and talk about how he's going to destroy this country. My question is, when? When is he going to destroy this country? You want to talk about how, well, he separated families. He did this. He did the other. You know what? That's the fucking law. He is the president. He has to uphold the law. Now, Obama did the same thing. He separated families. In fact, the kids in cages that I'm hearing all you liberals screaming about was done by Obama. Yes. So, anyway, the whole thing is it's an exercise in partisanship by the left. It's a political hack that they're doing. It's the usual hatchet job that they're really notorious for trying to pull. Nancy Pelosi even said that it's a typical tactic for them to go and leak something to the media, have it all over the media, and then go. Somebody says, "Well, that didn't happen." Well, Nancy will sit there and say, "It's in the news. It must have happened." Well, Nancy, you're a political hack. Yeah, it's in the news. It must have happened. Anyway, there's no concern for legal precedent in future impeachments, with this. If they can impeach Trump on this, with this flimsy bullshit evidence, then any Democratic president can be impeached day one. I mean, this is leading down a slippery slope. We impeach a president for flimsy evidence like this just because the Democrats don't like him. It's a partisan exercise in futility. They're going to cause all kinds of legal precedent, which is going to be bad. Now, personally, I don't like Trump as a human being. I don't think he and I, on a personal level, would ever get along. All right, he is arrogant. He is egotistical. Everything I'm against. Everything I don't like in a lot of people. I don't like the fact that he's all uppity about himself. I don't like people like that. I will say he has done a lot for this country. Our economy is better than it's been in a long time. We've got record job numbers for blacks and Latinos. Screw whites. Nobody cares if whites are employed or not. But let's worry about the blacks and Latinos in this country. Let's get them employed and everything. People are off welfare. People that are on welfare during the Obama administration are now off and they're working jobs, being productive citizens. But Trump's going to destroy this country. Yeah, okay. Now, as it stands, the second article of impeachment, the obstruction, it represents an overreach by Democrats based on current law. Honestly, it does. Because all he did was obeyed the law. And the Democrats are throwing a fit. But the funny thing about the Democrat Party, the Democrat lawmakers, and a lot of the snowflakes and liberals and millennials and SJWs out there, is if you don't like a law, ignore it. It doesn't exist anymore. If you don't like the law, such as immigration law, all I've heard from Pelosi was, they're Americans too. They're as American as we are. Where? Where are they? How? Please. Point some specifics. I don't give a broad explanation. I want specifics. We've heard every day that I've heard every day from liberals that Trump is a pathological liar. Tell me all the lies he said. Please. You can't, because you don't know any. You're just repeating the regurgitation from MSNBC and CNN. Oh, by the way, CNN is no longer news. They actually said they are entertainment. So everything they report's invalid. Okay? MSNBC is totally against anybody that's not a liberal. They've actually somehow called people like me boomers. Whatever a boomer is. I thought I was Generation X. But, the first article, let me get to this. The abuse of power, it's very vague. it is exceedingly vague. Uh, you know, uh, Something they didn't do in the articles of impeachment is you have to actually put on the laws he violated. You can't go into a nebulous term like abuse of power. You have to state the instances of the abuse of power. Excuse me, my voice is about to go. Let me get a drink here, okay? A little sippage. Let me put this up here where it won't hurt somebody. God, I hope it don't fall. Anyway, they have never stated a specific abuse of power that he did. They're just running their mouths off about this. Pelosi holding on to this is her looking for a bit of leverage to get their way. She's actually sitting there and made comments that she doesn't think that it's going to be a fair trial in the Senate. She's wanting certain individuals to recuse themselves because, well, they're GOP. That's the only reason. She's wanting people to recuse themselves. In that case, people on the Democrat Party, need to recuse themselves also. I'm going to give you some instances here. AOC, or who I like to fondly refer to as Senorita Donkey Chompers, said publicly on TV that, damn chair, I have to get a new chair soon, has said the only reason they're doing this is not to remove him from office, but to stop a catastrophe in 2020 like there was in 2016. That's pretty much the only truth I've heard from anybody on the left about this impeachment bullshit. Nadler, who somebody needs to tell that poor fool that pulling your belt line up to your nipples is not a good look. Nadler needs to recuse himself. Shortly after Trump was elected in 2016, November to be exact, 2016, Nadler made the comment, "We've got to get this son of a bitch out of the White House." He needs to recuse himself. Nancy Pelosi needs to recuse herself. Chuck Schumer, who hates Trump, needs to recuse himself in that case. There should be a equal amount of recusals on both sides. If there are going to be anybody recusing themselves on one side, the other side needs the same number of people recusing themselves. It's that simple. This whole thing is too partisan. It shows, as partisan as it is, with everything that has gone on during the so-called Russian investigation. Found out how phony that was. Ever since that started, we've had everybody on the left downing everybody on the right, running everybody on the right into the ground, calling everybody on the right Nazis and fascists. It's gotten stupid, really it has. A little bit more here. I'm going to get to this point, get right to the point here. I can talk about this all day long, and I don't want to bore too many people. I've got things I've got to do too. The only reason someone can be impeached is due to treason, bribery, or high crimes and misdemeanors. Although, high crimes and misdemeanors, they're not defined in the Constitution itself. That's left up to individual interpretation, which is, I think, is kind of stupid on the part of the Constitution not to list what these crimes are. Although, as time has changed, different laws have come into effect, which kind of explains why it's up to individual interpretation. Alexander Hamilton in the Federalist 65 described these as the crimes, high crimes, misdemeanors, as an abuse of public trust that has harm to society. Okay, let's talk about this because they're wanting right now. Nancy is saying the Constitution is the law of the land. He's according to the Constitution he could be impeached, and how we should all embrace the Constitution. Well, 6 months ago, she said the Constitution is written by old rich white slave owners. Yeah, good going there, lefties. Does public trust does harm? Let's talk about how the left supporting Antifa, who has been causing harm to society. The left supporting socialism, which we all know what harm that does. Let me ask you a question. During the time of communist Russia, how many people wanted to escape to Russia other than Bernie Sanders? We're not going to admit him. That man's snapcase insane. Okay, he has no clue about what he's doing. You know, they're pushing the socialist left is pushing the socialist agenda really hard, which destroys society. It destroys it. Believe me, you people out there, you millennials who are saying maybe we need to try socialism. You should have been born back in the 70s and lived through the 80s. Holy crap, man! I remember sitting there on at night as a teenager, wondering if communist Russia was going to bomb us. They hated anything capitalist. And you people want to sit there talking about capitalism is just greed. It causes, it only serves the rich. No, it keeps people in opportunity if they work hard enough to get rich. If nothing is given to you, you earn it. I'm sorry to say, yeah, the dirty E word, earn. Okay, so let's go on some things here. Golly. Three things here. They can cause an impeachment. Three things here. One, improperly exceeding or abusing the powers of office. Does that sound familiar to you people? How many Democrat congressmen, senators, and representatives have been involved in insider trading? How many of them have made laws that don't affect them? Let's look at Obamacare. We had to have, the way they wanted is we had to be on Obamacare. The people the people in the White House, our lawmakers, they didn't have to. They were exempt. They got these really nice Cadillac insurance policies that made anything on Obamacare look like a Band-Aid on a squirting fucking artery. So, yeah, let's talk about all of this too later on. But I want to get to the points here and stuff. Number two, behavior incompatible with the function and purpose of the office. How many times did we see Mad Maxine Waters stand up and start screaming and ranting and raving about attacking Trump voters, Trump supporters, running them off from places, telling them you're not welcome here anymore? How many times did she incite the public to do stuff like that? How many times did donkey chompers lie and show made up pictures of things? How many times have we had politicians make prejudiced statements? I'm not going to say racist because I don't want you assholes out there saying that, well, only white people are racist. How many times have we had politicians make prejudicial statements about white people? Yeah. How many times have we had politicians running and cussing about a sitting president? How many times did we have politicians threaten Trump? Not a good scene, people. 3, misusing the office for an improper purpose or for personal gain. How many times have we had politicians do insider trading? How does a person who makes $180,000 a year, when they go into office, come out a multimillionaire? How? Yeah. So, I want, think about it, folks. I want everybody on the left and the right to think hard about everything here. Trump is not getting a paycheck. In fact, he's donating it to charity. I know a lot of you are going, yeah, that's bullshit. He's getting money for this. Show me proof. All of you, everybody has said he's guilty of this crime or that crime, or he's guilty of this, guilty of that, or the other. Well, evidently, you forgot the legal system, the American legal system. I want to say every one of you out there are guilty of something. You're guilty of raping chickens in a stockyard. Okay? You're all guilty of that. I have as much point saying that as you do saying Trump's guilty of all these crimes. And nothing is proven in a court of law. It has not been proven. It will not be proven because it's bullshit. So until it's proven in a court of law, he's guilty of nothing. Remember, in this country, you're innocent till proven guilty. Don't give me some bullshit about that. That is the way the law works. Unless you're on the left and you just want to ignore a law and make up your own as you go along. Seems like they're really good at that. You know, say what you want to. Flame me all you want to. Call me dirty names. Please. I can use the popularity. But you got to understand something. Read basic civics. Read the law. So, you guys have a good Christmas. Have a happy New Year. I'm going to be gone Christmas, New Year's Eve. I won't be here to do anything, a video or anything. I've got to make an appearance, and believe me, New Year's Day, I'm going to be sleeping. I'm tired. I'll be tired. So, you guys, take care of yourselves. Love every one of you. Leave a like and share and subscribe. Leave a comment. Give me the finger. Whatever it takes. Just let me know you're out there. I'll talk to you guys later. And remember, always, talk hard. Be good, everyone.